Hello, welcome to the 5th episode that will be about the entries. Alright, let's start. As always, with our range. So, for the entries, think that everything is fractal. So, if we want, imagine that we are bullish. If we want to be here, we have to do exactly the same with the, imagine this is for our range, and let's go to lower time frame with a 1 hour range, and then finally 5 and 15 minutes to find another range, okay? So, where are we buying? We want to buy here because it is the most optimal point to go long in this case, and here, the last leg going into the final target of the range high. So how are we looking for, or how we can find the most optimal entry? Doing exactly the same. Remember, these are our high time frame range. It will be this our problem liquidity. So imagine this is for our chart, the big one, and let's zoom in a 1 hour chart, for instance, to find our, this is here. What I mean when I say 4 hours, could be 6 hours, 12 hours, whatever, okay? A clear down liquidity. And when I say low time frame, it could be 4 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour, you know. And which is the pattern do we want to see? Exactly the same that we want to see here. Turtle soup and this. So where we want to buy? Exactly the same. Here, right? In the turtle soup. So now let's go to every time the same until finding the best long opportunity. What are we doing? This. Find another low time frame R. Well, imagine. Okay. And in this case, we have a time frame to look, which is 15 minutes and 5 minutes. And what we are looking is exactly the same. We are not refining until 1 minute because it is not necessary. This is more than enough, we will see. So now let's see which is the sequence to find our entries. First of all, we are bullish, so the first one, it is what? Turtle soup is always the best or the most optimal entry. There is nothing more optimal than the turtle soup that creates a swing of the movement. You can't way lower than this. So this will be the first one. Turtle soup or failure swing. Imagine the 1 hour chart looks like this. This is a failure swing, but look where we are. This will be something like this. Sorry. Here. This is the failure swing, but the turtle soup of the range has been made. But when we refine, we look that there is a turtle soup. Or here, imagine. Here, we have this. In this case, this is a failure swing. Or in this case, we have intra turtle soup, which could be something like this in lower time frame. Are you agree? Yes, you are. So next one. There are now 20s that are, I mean, this is not the, it's not always the same that the second one is this and the third one is this. It could change, it could only be one of these two, and you will see now which are the entries. Remember, we are bullish now, so high time frame range low, acting as what? Change instead of delivery. Look at this. Remember Friday's projection? Now we'll see an example, so don't worry. When price tries to break, fails, and the body closes inside. This will be our second best long opportunity here. The red line. It is the second best long opportunity. The third one, another block that acts like exactly the same, change instead of delivery. So in low time frame, we won't see always this. We'll see, for instance, and it won't be that clean as it does like this every single time. Maybe it's something like this. Let's first make a candle, a bullish one, with okay. So this is the order block because it is the last candle. In this case, we already know that. This is a bullish range, so we're going from here in a sell program, right? It creates what? It creates the turtle soup of this range. When it creates the turtle soup, the algorithm does what? It changes the state of delivery, and now we are in a buy program. And this is our drone liquidity. Okay, so this change in the state of delivery, it is exactly the last candle of the movement, which will be this one. So this is the high time frame range low, and let's see the sequence now. Well, it's not over. We have a 4-1, power of 3, within low time frame range. The low time frame range, it is the 5 or 15 minute range. I'm just doing freestyle. Okay, so this is how the low time frame range looks like, and let's see our sequence of the entries. First one, this and this, which are the turtle soup or failure swing entries. This is a failure swing, this is a turtle soup. There are infinite possibilities. I mean, this, 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 uh, this. Okay, you need to adapt. All right, second one. High time frame range low that acts like a change in state of delivery. Look at this. Imagine turtle soup has been made, so which is the next one? Here. Second one, the red line. Third one, another block. When the when this candle closes above the order block, I mean the bearish one, it creates another block. So as soon as this opens and touches order block, we have our third entry here. Here it returns to the order block, so we can buy again here. Next one, power 3 low time frame, the low time frame range. When we are here, inside here, we can still go long. Okay, this one, it's not doing turtle soup, it's not touching the range low, it's not touching the order block, but look at this, it is inside the range. So we can buy every single candle that do this inside the range. Here are our longs. Here. As soon as the candle opens, we go long here. We can go long here, yep, because it is still inside the range. We can go long here, no. Look at this. When we leave the range, the buys are done. We need to have our position created. Look at this. Imagine this happens. It returns to our range. We do not care. Our position is over. We can't buy here. Okay. You will see there is only one exception, that it is when this is imagine 15-minute range, which will be an order block, and here. But our stop loss must be below the range low. Okay. So also another thing, I mean, the last example is just an exception. Most of the times, this is our unique longs opportunities. when it closes above, it's over. Okay. Stop loss position always below the turtle soup. Here. Looking for what? 3 R's, or if there is a news, we can look for 4 R's. Something like this. Without news, this is our stop loss placement. Okay. Another thing. If you have seen my Twitter trades, you will see this. Yeah. Okay, so this is a high time frame range, and as I said, this is the, well, let's change now to cells. Okay, so the algorithm is going to by program create the turtle soup of the range here and change the state of delivery to cell program. This is the, in this case, remember the second one. In this case, it is a range height of the high time frame range, which also could be the order block. Okay, so where we want to sell? On the right of the curve always. If we are buying, we want to also buy on the right of the curve always. Why? Because the turtle soup will be made already. Here, in this case, something like this. Turtle soup will be made, so we want to buy after the turtle soup is made to don't get into drawdown. If there is a turtle soup, it's okay, but we are on the, I mean, imagine this, we are into some drawdown, but we are in the most optimal part of the range. So let's try to buy always the right part of the curve. Okay. Exactly the same. Here is a turtle soup. Done. So we want to short the right one because the turtle soup made and we won't be into drawdown. In this case, you see, perfect entry and price is already going into our down liquidity. So if you see my trade examples, you will see that I always try to trade the right part of the, look at this. You see, this is a curve in low time frame, and look at which will be that entry in the sequence. So if the first one will be the turtle soup, in this case into the turtle soup here, we do not see here the second one, but it is. And the third one, it is the order block. Here you see the red candle changing state of delivery, and which is the third one, the two here and here. Power 3 inside the 15-minute range, which is this one. Here are the ideal longs in this case. Look at this. This is a 15 minutes, but look at this. You see? We are not buying this one, we are buying this one. Because the turtle soup is already done. Look at this. Look at this. It's always the same. Look at this. From here, well, in this case here, it is the turtle soup. So from here, start the sell side of the curve. Let's see more examples. Look. Look. Always the turtle soup has been done yet. Already, sorry. You see? Remember, in this case we have a feeder swing. So in my eyes, this, look at this small wick, it's doing what it's doing, turtle soup. So first one and the second one, when this close above, when this opens, it does what? Power 3, touch the order block, and look at these two candles are inside this one, so longs and longs. And here we are done. We can't work here. And final objective. Here's some more examples. Sell side of the curve, buy side of the curve. Turtle soup, and look at this candle. It is what? It is the last candle of the sell side of the curve. So it is doing what? It is doing the change in the start of delivery. Look at this wick here. Touch what? The range low and the order block. And when we are leaving this range, we are done. We can't buy anymore. Okay, you understand, right? Another thing, yeah. I said the most optimal, but remember at the beginning of the video I said I like buying the most optimal, which is the order block, the turtle soup, and the last leg going into the range high, in this case, the round liquidity, which will be this one. Look, the last one going into range low, range high, it is something like this. Remember that day this commented already. So I don't like buying in between the movement. Only the last leg and at the optimal point. Why? Because you don't know if price will do this. Imagine you buy here. This is not the most optimal. This is, imagine this. You are here and you got stopped out. And price is what? It reverses into our terminal liquidity. Okay, that's why I'm buying here and I'm buying here. This only happens in the lower time frame ranges. I mean, if this is a 1 hour, this is London kill zone, and here it is New York kill zone. and this is near Kirtland. It is when I apply this, but if this is a daily range, and this is, imagine, Tuesday, the range has been created on Monday. In this case, of course, we can trade that leg because in, we can do exactly the same in lower time frame. Here, this is a turtle soup, so of course we can buy here inside the daily range. You understand, right? But if this is a 4-hour range, we are not buying in the middle, in between, because we don't want stop losses. Okay, I think it is clear. It's pretty easy. And let's go to some examples. Oh yeah, important aspect I didn't comment, which I will go deep in the fader swing episode, but we're buying the new candles. What is a buy candle? Sorry, a new candle. Imagine this. This is the 3 a.m. candle, and we want to sell. So what will do price? So the algorithm, it will create a higher high at the beginning of the new candle, which is what? Turtle soup. If price doesn't create the turtle soup, it will be what? The fader swing. See? But we want to wait for the new candle to open to trade. We are not trading at the end of the candle. Why? Imagine this is a this is a good example. Look at the time. This 55 here, 55. Perfect. So the algorithm will do what? Is at the beginning of the candle, it will create a higher high. Why? Because the algorithms, it's coded to do what? This happens in every time frame because everything is fractal. So this could be a 1 minute candle, 1 hour candle, 1 day candle, 1 weekly candle, okay? Because the algorithm can see the positions, it creates what? It mitigates the high and lows of the candles. And this is what? This is our range. Imagine this is a weekly candle. We want to go short here and exit here. But imagine this is a 1 minute candle. The algorithms, when opens a new one, it mitigates the high and it mitigates the low. Before doing what? Before doing its movement. We were bearish, so before going lower, price needs to mitigate the high and then go lower. Why? Imagine this is a 1 hour candle. Sorry, 4 hour candle. Here there is a real positions protected with that high. So mitigates the candle, meaning tries to go to every stop loss that there is in the market. So this is where we entry. Remember, every entry is an exit and every exit is an entry. So if we were long, we are exiting in the new candle here because we know what the algorithm is doing. And if we want to go lower, we short in the new candle here when the algorithm mitigates the high. And where are we exiting? The new candle. The new candle mitigates the low, and imagine this, it go higher. If we walked that turtle soup, where are we exiting? Here. At the new candle. And it's exactly the same. It gives a new short opportunity and whatever price you want to do. Okay. That's why I want to entry at the beginning of the candles and not at the last look at this. This is a Friday example, okay? What time is this? 55. This is a 2 a.m. candle. And here is the 3 a.m. candle. So in 1 hour, what we can see, look, it mitigates the low and goes higher to our drawn liquidity. In low time frame, we see this. So we wait for the new one, which will be this. It is the open of the 3 a.m. and remember the sequence. Well, let's do it. Remember I said I was bearish. Why? Because we had this, but what I didn't see is this. The 2-week range. So let's do all the sequence of that day, okay? Okay, so we are in 2 weeks and let's refine. The 1 week range high is already done, but we are where? Last quarter of the range. Okay, so let's refine. 3 days, we don't see anything. No, because it is everything mitigated here. We are just looking here. Okay, nothing here. 1 day, nothing. Nothing. 12 hours. Nothing. 8. Well, actually, yes. Look at this. Because this is a very small range, we are going to 6 hours and nothing. 4 hours, and look at this. This is a 2-week range high. This is a 4 hour. And inside the 4 hour, what we can see? This. Anything else? Yep. That is. Intro turtle soup, 4 hours. So remember the sequence, our range, turtle soup, and look, the range low acts like what? Change instead of delivery. And look, let's refine. 3, nothing, this is an inside bar, this is a high, it's the same. 2, yes, we can refine, and look at this. That's the one I bought. So we can do this now. 2 hours, and here are the high, so our BS. What time is this? 3 a.m. So from here, we are looking for longs. And remember the sequence. We are refining ranges inside the 4-hour range, and we are not looking for longs here. I mean, looking at a 1-hour chart. So let's go to 15 minutes. What do we see? A new range. Look at the bodies, respecting what? No, sorry, it's this one. 4-hour range acts like what? Change instead of delivery. We can refine. Let's see 5 minutes. And let's find our entries. Remember the one I took? So every time I see an entry, I will press the long button, the buy button, okay? 255, end of the candle. Let's wait for the new one to be created. Nothing, we are inside. Remember, we want only to look for longs inside here when this range is, when we are leaving this range, we can't buy anymore. We don't care that this happens. We don't care, we are not buying after here, okay? So, what is this? It is the first one, turtle soup, we can buy. This is the first one, the most optimal one, and the more risky because it can do this. So, if your stop is where really teeny, imagine you are out here and you are right in your trade. So that's why I want to wait for the turtle soup to be done and then go long. This is the 1-hour candle range and this is the 15-minute range. Okay, turtle soup is down here. Another one, so this is also a long opportunity. It is risky, so we are not trying to, I mean, we can, but you need bigger stop losses than usual. Okay, look at this. It reacts to what? To the 4-hour range low. Act like a change instead of the rebate. Look at the bodies. Perfect. Remember, I was bearish. Here, this is a 45-minute range. But when I see this, when I see the bodies, I mean, everything, it's telling me that we are going long. Why? New candle opens below. So, where is our bias? Bullish. What else? We are doing turtle soup in the new candle, the 3 a.m. candle. Another confluence, another one. Look at the bodies. boys are respecting the range low, for our range low, which is this one. So I had enough confluences to go long. So as soon as the next candle opens, it will do what? The power free, and will touch the order block. The candle that changed the state of delivery, that changed from sell program to buy program. As soon as this opens, it was well, actually my long was inside that candle, but doesn't matter. We are inside the 15-minute range, so we still can buy. And look at this, longs are over. We are not allowed to buy anymore. But I mean, the BS is right, but this is our term liquidity, the first one. We can live here. Yes, we can. It is the beginning of an hour, so of course we can, but think, where are we living? Here, when touch the liquidity? No, means we are living the new candle, the higher high. Look at this. As soon as it creates the higher high, here we leave all, or I mean, full or partial position. To me, as I said, I was bearish, so I left everything here. But if you saw the 2-week range, you could leave here or here. I mean, this is a easy partial. 15 pips is enough. We are going to London lunch almost. Look at this. What time is this? Not yet. Here. Remember the opens? At 5 a.m. opens the I don't have this here. I think it was the 6 hour, 4 hour, and 12 hour candles, which is a very important candles. And remember I said about the opens. Okay, so this is the 4 hour candles, and this is 1 a.m., which is London expansion, and this is 5 a.m., right? So imagine I was right. We are bearish. So the next one will do this. So where are we living? At the beginning of the 5 a.m. candle, which will create a turtle soup. And look at this. So this 4:55. So the 5 a.m. will create a higher high. So we are living here. We can leave full position, or if you knew the right bias, you can just hold the position until, well, it won't go straight to our VD. Now we'll see why. Well, we can close full position now. But remember, these are the 4 hour. Here is our down liquidity. Yes. We are going to New York. 8:30 we had the news. Remember, 8 a.m. does what? It creates a higher high, integrates a high, Look how the 8 AM candle looks like. Look, mitigates high, creates into turtle soup in that 1 hour range. But remember, use a 4. No way that happened. Okay, 4 hour range. Remember, last quarter, this is not a short opportunity, this is a long opportunity. We can go short here, yes. But remember, we're going counter trend, so long hanging fruit objective. This is 8-10. We want to go short as soon as possible of the news. This is the range height, acting like a changing state of delivery. This one. The first are turtle soup here, and this is the second one. The range height acts like a real resistance. We are going to the news. The objective is not met yet, so it will be lower. And we are leaving here. Why? Because we are going counter trend. Price won't do this. Well, I mean, this is a news, so it will go straight. It won't do this. And then go up. No. Last quarter, so this is a long opportunity. We can go short, yes, but as soon as price do the dip, we are closing, and if we can going long here. Look at this is how we can trade. I mean, this is a very advanced level. You won't be at that level yet. I can do it, but it requires like 1-2 month experience. Okay. The easiest one is this one, and the following you will see now. So this is short opportunity, short. You are leaving here, and you are buying here. Is objective met? No. So as soon as the next candle opens, power 3. This is our take profit, and the last one. Every single dip is a long opportunity. Long's opportunity every single time. Every single time. And done. We can leave here, or we can wait for here. I mean, this is not the full exit, this is a partial. Because if you can see the 2-week range, we are where we are. The last quarter, because this is really weak, we can do what? This was wait. Inside that last quarter, we have another last quarter. Look at this. Here, longs, and we don't need to leave our position here. And going into Monday, it will just create the higher high and complete the 2-week range. Okay. Easy, right? I mean, this one, it was a bit advanced, but focus on this one. That was easy. Okay, so let's see another examples. I will go to my journal to find some clean entries, which always looks the same. For instance, let's go to Thursday's CPI on GP that remember we had the 3 months range, our target, and let's find an entry. Here. This was a 2-hour range. Let's see if we can refine to an hour. And let's go to 15 minutes. What do we see? Well, this is why this is not the real one, because look at the time. This is not the new candle. This is the new candle. This. What time is this? 8:50. We can see a range, no? So let's go to lower time frame. Look at this. Our longs will be inside this range. Going into the 3 months range high. This is a pending 2-hour range because it's aiming the down liquidity. So just going long, and we can't because it is already the news, but look at this. This is a power 3 inside this, so this is also long. And we are leaving here, not. We are leaving the new candle here. Okay, let's see more examples. Also on Thursday, on you. Here. Remember the weekly range? That's here. Down liquidity. And we had what? The 4-hour range. Let's refine. This is a failure swing. The turtle soup is already done. So this is a 3 AM candle. It opens exactly here. So my eyes see what? My eyes, when there is a failure swing, see this, and look at this. What is this? Is a 15-minute range. So let's go to 5 minutes to refine our entry. This was sorry, it is not this, it is this one. And the range, it will include this one. Inside that range, this doesn't exist, but look how it tries to attack the turtle soup and reacts where? What is this? The 4-hour range low acts like a change in state of delivery. So first one, imagine a turtle soup. We are not going here, and also range low. So this is entry, and why this is an entry if we close above here? Order block. So this will be the first one. I mean, this is the first one, but really difficult because you can anticipate that we'll fail to make this lower low. So when this is created, we can buy here, we can buy here, and finally we can buy at the order lock. Our position is done, we can't buy anymore. We are not allowed to do this. Longs here, no. Our position is done. We are leaving here, no. This is our bias, but this is our drawn liquidity. We can buy here, left here, yes, why? Look at the time. 5, so if the target has been met and reverses, the 1 hour for the 1 a.m. for our candle will be mitigated. It will look like this. Imagine this is a 4-hour candle. It will look like this and go lower. In this case, because GBP has a higher objective, just go higher. But look at this. So let's find an entry for CPI. Look at the time. We want to buy new candles. So this is 7:50, 8 o'clock. Let's find a turtle soup. This is our range. Let's refine. Look at the time. 8:15. So let's refine this if we can. We want to buy after. Well, this is already at 25, so it's not possible. We will need to refine this one. 20. So turtle soup, we're inside, so we can buy here going into the news. We are leaving here, no, we are leaving here. Easy, right? Okay, Wednesday. Doesn't look like a range in Foxconn. Seen on the look at this. This looks like a range. So on Wednesday, this is our drawn liquidity. And let's refine. We don't see anything here because this was a failure swing. So you have to think that this is a range. This is turtle soup and this is our bias. We refine. We can refine a bit. And it is already refined. So look at this. Once turtle soup has been done, look at the bodies. It's closing above the range low, acting like a change in state of delivery. We're going here. So let's find our entry. We don't see any range here. This is London. 3 hours, nothing. 2 hours, nothing. And look at this. Remember, 3 a.m. opens above, so this is a restarted R. This is our objective. it fails to create. This is a previous candle. It fails to create the turtle soup because we had SMT with EU and DXY. So this is our new candle. It is a pending one because this is aiming the drawn liquidities. So let's find an entry here at 4 AM. Let's refine. And we want to see a range. Look at this. It closes inside. So our entries will be inside that 15-minute range. Let's refine 5 minutes. This is a feeder swing, so my IC this. We can refine. And look at this. When our range low, act like a change in state of delivery. This is already done. So entries here, power of 3, inside the range. Inside longs, 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 longs. And close above the last candle. Well, okay. Our position has to be done already. Well, we can actually still going long because we're inside the 15-minute range. Order block again, order block. We're inside, so we can go long the next one. And done. We are not allowed to buy anymore. Okay. Final drawn liquidities here. But we are leaving on every of that ones because it is already almost 3 pips is enough. I also took along here. Why? Because remember, this is a 15 minutes pending R, aiming draw liquidity, and it is a new candle. Look at the time. It is a turtle soup, so I went long here again. So first objective done, second one done, and let's see if we can find an entry because we're in the last quarter. Let's find some pending. Look at this. This is a restarted one. So as soon as this creates the turtle soup, we can go long here. Another long opportunity. Maybe it is a 15-minute range. I don't know. I don't remember. Yes, look at this. And we are at the last leg of the movement. So this is a long. And going into the final target. Okay. Look at this. Why we can't buy here? Because the position was inside the 15-minute range. In returns, we don't care. We can buy here. And finally, our objective. Okay, let's find another one. Yeah. One that I like that I took, it was 1st of July on USD CAD. USD CAD, no, the second. Look at this beauty. Look at this. So we had the daily range and we had that draw liquidity for the next one. So let's refine our entry. 12, 8, nothing. This is a feeder swing, and perfect. We got into the turtle soup. This is the 11 candle of the 6-hour time frame. So this is the London expansion. This is the New York expansion. It fails to make the higher high. So this is a failure swing. So to me, looks like what? My eyes see this. And this is the bias. But look at the time the height was created. 1 a.m. is the first thing. 1 a.m. So we are not trading this, we're trading here, 3 a.m. So the objective wasn't done. So we want to trade the power 3 of the 3 a.m. candle or the last 15 minutes of the 2 a.m. candle. In this case, we want to see an entry here. Let's see if we can find something. Look at this. And let's see if we can refine. We have 5 minutes and look at this. This is the power 3, so ideal shorts. Where was my short? Right here. The first one is the turtle soup. The second one, it is power 3. When this is done, we are not allowed to sell here. I mean, look at the target. It is like 70 or 80 pips. Of course, this is optimal short, but I'm not taking this one because I'm already short here. Where was my exit? Because I don't like holding trades for hours. It was at 10 a.m. $40, 45, 55, 50, 55, and 10 a.m. I'm leaving here when it creates a lower low. What is a good stop placement? Above the range height, because that's like what changing instead of delivery. Look at this. This is the 4-hour range. Look at this. This is the daily range. Look at this. Everything is of this. These are short opportunities. Looks like that beauty. So I'm leaving the new one. And going into the new day. Remember, the objective is not met, so that's what we want to see. If we are short, I mean, imagine that we don't see a clear range of clear down liquidity on DXY, EU, and GBP, and we have this. So we already know that we have longs on the other pairs. It's that easy. We only need one pair that looks really beautiful. Look at what happened. So let's find an entry on that day. This is London, 1 a.m. Let's refine Gintra turtle soup. And this is the 3 a.m. So we are going short. I mean, we know the down liquidity, but in this case will be in New York because you will see this on the London setups that once the 3 a.m. candles open and it completes an hour, it will consolidate or going into New York to do the movement. Okay, so let's go into New York. And what do we see? What is this? A new range, aiming the liquidity, meaning this is a pending up. So we have news at 8:15, look at this. So we want to go short as close as possible to the 8 a.m. candle. So we are not going short here, but look what happens at this 8 a.m. So look, 6 a.m. makes the turtle soup, and 7 a.m. fails to get the turtle soup. So to me, this looks like this. This is our new range, and we want to go short on that range, which is also an hour. So let's refine. This will be a failure swing. Imagine this. And final target done here with the news at 8:15. And remember, we are not looking for long range. See, opportunity to go long because we're in the last stage, last quarter, sorry, of the range. Look how it respects. Thing is getting clear. You just need to look up random days and find, for instance, look at this. Imagine we have a range low here. This is our liquidity. So where are the shorts? We can refine. This is a turtle soup. So power 3 of that candle. We are going short and easy money. Look at that day, 3 a.m. This is what? This is a pending R, turtle soup at the new candle, the 3 a.m. So the longs will be inside yes. Look, we can refine. So this one and this one, our opportunity to go long. Let's find another one. It's going to 3 a.m. What is this? 3 a.m. Remember that day, right? Well, let's look first the short. Look at this. I'm going into strong liquidity. First, we are doing London, then New York. We are trading the 1 a.m. candle, which will be this one. Refine to 1 hour. This is a filler swing, so to me, the 3 a.m. candle looks like this. We can refine. So let's see the sequence. Let's refine the 15 minutes and 5 minutes. Okay, first entry, the 3 a.m. turtle soup. You see, when it's exactly the same, you will see why it is a turtle soup on the next episode. So, first, turtle soup. Second one, it is exactly the same, which is the 4-hour range height. I think like a change instead of delivery. Third one, order block. 4, it is exactly this one, which will be the same as an order block, and power 3 inside the 15-minute range. Going into, we're not leaving here because it is only 8 pips, but we're leaving here. The exits. So imagine, so here our stop is above the turtle soup, aiming for 3 hours. Perfect, 3 hours. We can leave here or look at the time. It is 4 a.m. So we want to exit at 5 a.m. Well, going into 5 a.m. to mitigate the 1 a.m. 4-hour candle. So we can leave on the 4 a.m. low when the 5 a.m. candle is created. So 55, 5 a.m. and we are leaving here. So going into New York, 5:45, pending 4-hour range, is our new down liquidity. But remember, we are not buying at the last time of the candles, so we will wait to 6 a.m. to mitigate the 5 a.m. low. So how it will look like the 1-hour candle? Let's refine to find an entry. 6 a.m. and look. I mean, it can be more perfect than this. There is nothing. I mean, there is nothing better than buying on that teeny turtle soup. But it is at the same time it's not realistic. But you can buy, for instance, inside the 15-minute range, or you can refine it looking for this. This is another block. So as soon as this closes above, you are buying the next candle. Look at this. Look at the power 3 here. Opens and long. What is your stop? I mean, if you want to play to God mode, you can do just this. This is more than 10 hours. But remember, 3 hours or 4 hours if there are news. 4 hours and going into New York. And remember, we already know the news won't be bearish, so let's find new longs. What do we need? A pending or a restarted arc to go long. In this case, this is a pending one. Going into the news at 10 a.m. This is 55. We have only 2 long opportunities. This one, and it creates a new range. This one, it is the second one. We're inside, so we are going long to our down liquidity. Target is not met, so we are not fearful to keep going long until final target is reached. That's simple. Look at the best entry. This is not realistic, but I mean, this is realistic, but even not for me. I am not on that level yet to hold the trade until here without taking partials here. Well, in this case, we can take partials here because there's news and it's going straight to the drawn liquidity. But I mean, in this case, I think I took that long and my stop loss was something like this. And then I took another long. It was something like this. Okay. Actually, I think I took the third one on Aussie dollar. When we are at the last stage, we are not aiming for 3 or 4 hours. We are just looking for 2 or 1.5, something like this. I mean, we can do this. On Peter Stalois is not realistic. Something like this. Okay, so the last example. For today's episode, it will be not this, but the last NFP that I took a short. I think it was my best trade ever. This one. And let's see what happened. So 1 week range. Ultra fine. We were here. Look this. This is perfect. We want to see this when looking for shorts. This already happened. And we had also SMT with New Zealand USD. So couldn't be more perfect than this. Remember, the range height of the weekly range acts like a change in state of delivery. So we want this to be a real resistance, and our final draw liquidity is here. So again, we are not looking this as a range. We are looking this as a range. We see this because of the SMT or failure string. Let's refine. Look at this. 12 hours. And refine. Perfect. Into the other soup is a pending arc going into the change in state of delivery of the weekly range height. We can refine that arc and look at the 4 hour. So look at the time, this is the 1 AM, so this will be London. Nothing. And we have that 90-minute range that we can refine. So going into 3 AM. Look at the time, 2 AM, so sorry, 3 AM. So what is this? This is 3 AM, so we want to sell from here, 2:45 and 3 AM. This is what failure swing, so my eyes see this. Which is the sequence? First one, right, going to 3 a.m. and looking for turtle soup. First one. Second one, we are still inside the 15-minute range. Oh, sorry, we had also a change in state of delivery here. Here we have another one. Here we have another one. So all of these are short opportunity. And look at this. This was my short. It's perfect. And you're done. Just imagine the short I took. Stop was above the turtle soup. And where was my take profit? I mean, I didn't hold the full position, of course. I took half out here because of the time. Well, I think I took half here. New candle, 4 a.m. So something like here. And took another partial here. So we are going to London lunch. Remember, price is not doing this. Turtle soup and going into the drama liquidity. No, it will create pending and we started ours. So going to London lunch. And remember, our low-hanging fruit non-liquidities are not met. So our BS is still bearish. That's the best one that could happen to us. Going into the NFP, 7, and look at this. Let's find another entry. What is this? Let's see if these are pending or resetter. Let's go to 1 hour. Don't see anything. Look, this is the 7 a.m. So 8 a.m. it creates a failure swing. So to me, this looks like this. Okay. Let's go, and this will be a pending R. Where are our shorts? We are going to sell as close as possible to the news. So this will be our range. And this is what? This is a 2-hour pending R. So the upper range, so this acts like a change in state of delivery. So this is also a short opportunities. And going to 8 a.m. Look at this. It fails to make the higher high. So to me, this is a turtle soup. So going to the news, another short here. What is the final target? In this case, we are greedy because this is NFP and we can look for, this is not enough for an NFP. If this was a CBI, for instance, it is okay to find 3 pips in Australian dollar or PPI, for instance, but for NFP, we are looking at the last objective, which will be this one. So we can take partial here, but the full position will be out here. So we don't need the stop to be 4 hours here because this is protected. Above here, for instance, this is protected. We don't need this. In this case, we can look for 7, 6 hours. Only we need that clean. This setup, it was too beautiful to be true, so I took that short here. and I held the position. I mean, I took something out here, and the last one was here, exactly. So the episode will be done here. If you have some doubt, just let me know, and see you next one.